Babe? Yeah. Never mind. Nothing.
What is it? What? Why are you making that face? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Clearly something is wrong. So let's just get it out the way. What's wrong? What's wrong? Communicate.
Are you happy in this relationship?
What?
It just seems like you've been real distant lately. And so I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know. I feel like maybe you're just thinking about another woman or...
Well, I would be much happier if you stopped thinking negative all the time. Did it ever occur to you to just open your mouth and ask instead of just sitting there assuming that I'm over here thinking about some other woman?
Well, so much for women being good communicators. Am I right, fellas?
Oh, Mr. Tyrone. I just gotta get freaky for you because you love the hoes.
I don't care if they don't like me. I came here to stunt. Yeah. I don't care if they don't.
What's good, everybody? If you're a first time viewer of my content and of this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're going to get right into it. We have Miss Sarah Lena. I haven't done a video on her in a very long time, and she is one of the people that I actually ran into on social media that really was very outspoken and still is outspoken for a lot of black men and how a lot of black men are feeling and what black men go through and how black women can actually become more feminine and more woman and more divine to their own counterpart. And she is basically making a skit here to demonstrate the lack of communication that women have when it comes to men, the overthinking, the passive aggressiveness, and all this other type of stuff, beautifully displayed in this skit. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Babe? Yeah. Never mind. Nothing.
What is it? What? Why are you making that face? What's wrong with you?
Nothing.
Clearly something is wrong. So let's just get it out the way. What's wrong? What's wrong? Communicate.
Are you happy in this relationship?
What?
It just seems like you've been real distant lately. And so I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what's on your mind. I don't know. I feel like maybe you're just thinking about another woman or...
Well, I would be much happier if you stopped thinking negative all the time. Did it ever occur to you to just open your mouth and ask instead of just sitting there assuming that I'm over here thinking about some other woman? Just so you know, I was thinking about work and money. I was not thinking about any other woman. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
I just feel like I don't know, like maybe you don't want to be with me anymore, or maybe you're just not attracted to me anymore.
I was just all over you last week. What do you think that means?
But you don't actually say it to me, though. I need to hear you say it.
Okay. You know what? Just to save us both a lot of time, I find you attractive. I'm still attracted to you.
But no, that doesn't count because I had to ask you to say that to me. I want you to say it because you feel like saying it. I want you to say it because you mean it.
You don't know what you want. I told you you was attracted to me and you still not happy. So I don't know what else to do.
But see, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, you just don't want to...
Man, is your cycle about to come on or something?
I mean, for real, at this point, like, is your cycle coming? That's what I gotta be asking some of these, the ones in rotation. But, no, but for real, though. If that wasn't as relatable as it gets, I don't know what is. Lord, talk about a handful. I mean, ladies, at this point, y'all do it to yourselves. A lot of y'all are very self-sabotaging, and y'all don't even know it. I mean, I just recently encountered this. A lot of y'all self-sabotage yourselves and y'all overthink, and you get so emotional and you get caught up in your emotions, and you don't really know either what you want. You don't know how to communicate your emotions. You don't know how to communicate how you're feeling. You don't know how to deal with your internal thoughts and your intrusive thoughts and how you personally feel about yourself, let alone people in your life, let alone your own, sorry, Mikey, your own man. It's downright ridiculous. I have seen this. I have experienced this. I have become a victim of this, of when you have women who just like to be talked nice to. You ever wonder why women keep running back to the same dude that keep messing them over and over again? It's because the man got a mouthpiece. He has completely mastered what to say to a woman and how to say it in the body language and what to do to keep that woman riding his rod. Some of us fellas We're not like that. We're not douchebags. We don't want to mess over a woman and break her heart. We don't want to turn a good woman into a bitter woman. Some of us actually have standards. We have boundaries. We have values. Some of us actually appreciate good women. We actually appreciate communication. Fellas, you can agree with me on this. Some of us, we have came across a good amount of women like this who are passive aggressive. As soon as you want to communicate or you ask them about something, they refuse to bring it back up. If you don't hear them the first time or the second time, they won't try and rephrase it. They won't try and recommunicate it. Just forget it. Never mind. Rolling their eyes. Now the conversation's silent. Now she get mad because you're not even tripping over it. Ridiculous. Very childish. We ain't got the time for that. You see what was demonstrated clearly in the male role. Demonstrated that whatever you think that we're thinking or whatever you think that we're not doing. And clearly there has been some physicality that's been going on. You could show a woman how much you truly love them in one day, the next day, or the day after that, because you might have certain things going on or you might have your priorities straight. She feel like you're not giving her enough time and attention. She feel like you forgot about her. She feel like you got somebody else on the side. You might. But that's only in the case of if y'all just talking. But let's just say y'all in a relationship. You talking to her, you treat her right. You give her a good morning text. You let her know what you're going to be doing. And if you don't get back with her in time, all this type of stuff. You let her know the blueprint, the strategy, the plan, the get down. She still acts out. Like, how? Some of these women you just can't please because they really don't know what they want. Some of these women want a girlfriend for a husband. And it's just not going to work, ma'am. Some of these women want a man to be just as emotional, just as feminine, and just as down heart and down heartfelt as them. Just as emotional as them. If you want a man who can also be your friend, go date a stud. Go on over to the other side. Get you one of them snapback jorts hanging sister, brother, he, she's, whatever. Because you're not getting it over here. I mean, straight down ridiculous. Yo, I almost got PTSD from that. And then, even when you tell her what you want her to hear, right? Even when you tell her what she wants to hear, she's not even satisfied with it because it didn't come from the heart. It wasn't authentic. Well, whose fault is that? That ain't my fault. Because you feel like I don't say I love you enough. And yet, maybe last night I just got you some food. Maybe last night I gave you the rod. I gave you some good loving for a good couple of hours. Last night we probably watched a couple of hours of a show. Quality time. We had good conversation. Good morning, good afternoon, good night texts. And you over here, what else do you want from me? I mean, really, some of these women out here, their priorities are out of whack. Some of these women really don't know what they want. Fellas, please beware. Beware of women who are needy, obsessive, overthinking. It's one thing for you to work with a woman, be patient with her if you truly see potential in her, right? Minor flaws here and there, whatever the case is, right? And you're willing to stick it through. As soon as you start to talk with her and within those 60 to 90 days, right? She starts to show you hints or even up front. She might tell you, I'm a little crazy. Out. skedaddle real quick. Everybody might have their own little cuckoo side to them. That's fine. If she tells you up front she's a very emotional and down-heart person, she's just very needy, she tells you all this up front, take notes. These things are not said to you by mistake. The universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is giving you a warning. Run, nigga, run. Maya Angelou said it best. When people show you who they are, when they tell you who they are, believe them. There's no other way to put it. There are women out here that some men feel like they are obligated to take care of. They're obligated to communicate with. They're obligated to be in a relationship with because they're in it for the long run. Unfortunate. Because they don't have to. But because of their standard or their moral compass or because of the people around them, they feel like they have to stick it through. What's even more unfortunate, some men have married women like this. And for the past 20 to 30 years, they have to put up with this every other now and then. Now, when it comes to the basis of the menstrual cycle and stuff like that, some women are going to have their times and stuff like that. So for some of us fellas, we can kind of okay, small tink, right? So we aren't even dealing with the hormones and the bipolarness and stuff like that when it comes to those certain type of times. But even at that, right? If you are a mature young woman, you could control that. Because I could tell you up front, with the women that I grew up around, you would have never knew, right? Because that's not an excuse. Just because you're going through your cycle and you're going through your hormones and you got a little stomach ache, I'm not downplaying it. But that's no excuse for you to be disrespectful and immature. Because you're not going to give your boss, your co-workers, your best friend that same type of attitude. When Amazon forgot your delivery or your delivery was sent to the wrong address and they give you a little notification, when you call up Amazon Prime, you're not going to give them the same attitude you're going to give your man. Why? You feel like because your man has more intimacy with you and that he can take it. No, you got to give your man 10 times more respect. 20 times. I mean, as much as women try to claim that they want communication and that they're so good with communicating and they want men to communicate their emotions, they have a real shitty job at doing it. And I'm being honest. I'm being respectful. Just women in general. And I'm sorry. I know this is, why are you generalizing us? Because it's the truth. And y'all know it's the truth. That's why some women tell me they rather be around men than women. Or that's why they have few women in their circle. Because they can't deal with all that emotion. They can't deal with the drama and the emotion and the talking back and unnecessary immaturity and just complete dysfunction. And that's not necessarily a feminine trait. It's a dysfunctional trait.
So why are you generalizing the women?
Because most likely when it concerns situations and problems, that's how the female vessel, that's how the woman is going to take it.
Men do it too.
Who did they get it from? The behavior pattern. Who did they get that from? Because it wasn't from daddy. It most likely came from their mother or their grandmother or auntie or whoever. Try again. I think one of my major pet peeves when dealing with women is passive aggressiveness. I cannot stand when a woman has an issue with you or has a problem and she's not willing to communicate it with you. She don't even have the sincerity, the consideration, the urge, the maturity. She does not have it in her to communicate the issue that she has with you. What's even worse is that some of them expect you to know. You know what the issue is. You know what the problem is. Ridiculous. If she's able to communicate her issues and complaints to Uber Eats before she can communicate her problems to you, if she's able to communicate with Uber Eats quicker than she's able to communicate with you about an issue, cut her off. That is a red fucking flag. All the way. Because it lets you know who she truly values and appreciates. Because she values that food. She done paid $25 for that food, right? She gonna make sure she get her extra sauce. She gonna make sure she get her large Sprite. And if they miss anything, oh, they gonna hear from her immediately. Because what? She sees value in the effort that she put into getting the food. But she doesn't see value in you. Because you gonna stick around. You gonna apologize even when it's not necessary for you to. Oh, don't worry, you'll get over it. That's how she sees you. Like a lap dog. Like you just going to be around just to be around. You're going to put up with her BS. You're not going anywhere. That's how she sees it. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Scar. Wake up, God. Wake up, please. Fellas, if you are dealing with a woman like this, run, please, for your own sake. There are a lot of women out here between the age of 18 and 25 that are using men, manipulating men, and literally will be passive aggressive. They will act a certain type of way just to get stuff out of you. You ever deal with a woman and you talking with her and y'all having communication, and all of a sudden she stops talking to you with you for like a couple of days. You blowing up her phone. You blowing up her Instagram. You gonna send her a little eye emoji on Snapchat just to get her attention. She sees it. She knows. She's living rent free in your mind, and that's exactly what she wants. It should be the other way around, low key. Now I'm just playing. But she wants you to go crazy over her. Because that's how the pattern, that's how the system works. That's how you stay longer. That's how she gets you under her coattail. Manipulative to the core. That is very manipulative. Anyways, I'm hungry. I'm going to get me something to eat. This conversation completely beyond me. Y'all let me know how y'all personally feel about this respectfully in the comment section below. Fellas, tell me your personal experiences with women like this in the comment section below. Let me know how you personally feel about this conversation. And tell about a time, whether it could be a short story or a long story, about times that you have been with women that have completely been passive aggressive, over emotional, a complete wreck. All right, let me know how you personally feel about this in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video, check out the videos at the end of this video, and until next time, we out.